All right, welcome back to yet another graded card case review, this time from the people at Hobby Defense. So here's what happened. I had made a video of a single row case here, and then I posted it over on Instagram. Had mentioned it was a good starter case for my son who's just getting into collecting. And not long after, he reached out and said, "Hey, I saw the video or the post, and I'd like you to maybe check out my cases." And I said, "Well, thanks. I'm not really in the market for another case. I'm all set for now." And he's like, "No. Well, I'll send it to you at no charge, and you can give it to your son." I said, "Well, I mean, if you're willing to do that, then the least I can do is talk about it here." So, at first glance, it shares a lot of the common characteristics of just about every other case that's out there. I mean, you got this sort of textured plastic. You've got this black anodized aluminum here for rigidity and for durability. And then the handle's nice. It comes with a little Velcro wrap, so because these things can get pretty, I guess, slippery, if your hand gets sweaty. And then I guess the big value prop here is the TSA locking mechanisms here. So a little bit more secure lock, although I don't know if I'd let this go through TSA security and trust them to open up and look at what I have in there. But, a lot of people travel around with their cards to various shows, so this might be of particular interest. But opening up here, you see you got the 2-row, so I put some cards in here. My son wanted me to put some cards in here, so I did. And inside you got the, I've never used these things. These come with briefcases. They come with everything. I've never used the shoulder strap, but you get one just in case. And then here's the TSA lock instructions. And one of the other sort of differences between this and some of the more common manufacturers out there is the foam here is what they call EVA foam. And so bottom line is it's not going to leave residue on the slabs or flake or break down over time. It's much more durable. And I know exactly what he was talking about because I have some older cases. And yes, the foam in that case is definitely breaking down. And yes, it does get on the slabs. Now, a lot of people nowadays, I got Zion in here. A lot of people nowadays will use these Perfect Fit or Superior Fit Innovations slab sleeves, which will certainly help. And if you get something on it, you can just sort of rub it off. But for those that don't, yeah, it could be a problem. So, this is a 2-row design. He also has a single row. I got to choose, and because I already had the single row, I figured I'd go with a 2-row. And I believe it retails for around $65. And then there's a 3-row and a 4-row design as well. This one will hold, I believe, 70 PSA slabs. I have not tried. You know what? Let me go grab an SGC slab and a Beckett slab and see how those work out. So I'll be right back. All right, we are back. So I went and grabbed a couple of non-PSA. Here's a Beckett. Here's an SGC. And so it looks like, yeah, the SGC, it definitely would fit a little snug in this case. So maybe not ideal for SGC slabs. And let's try the Beckett. Yeah, the Beckett's fine. And so if PSA is fine, CSG or CGC also will be just fine. But not surprisingly, these SGC slabs were just, I mean, you can get it in there. You gotta really jam it in. And I had to do the same thing with my other graded card cases from the Pastime Marketplace, with the pre-cut foam, and they were divided or they were separated every so often. This one is really no different. So what you would have to do is if you had, like, say, one random slab, you could maybe do it like this, right? Let's say, let's do this. Maybe you put it in here like this. And actually, I just did this with the other case that I got recently. And then you could do something along these lines, right? If you've got a lot of CSG slabs or SGC slabs, maybe this isn't the right case for you. So this works well enough. And I believe what would happen is you would lose one unit capacity by having to do this method. I think that's what I calculated out when I was doing it with my other case. So in any event, yeah, the SGC slab is a little bit wider. You know, maybe with the acquisition by collectors, maybe I don't mind the slab itself appearance-wise. I just don't care for the fact that they don't seem to fit in cases like this. But in any event, let me move these around. And so you also get, as you can see here, these dividers, which I think are very convenient. Years ago, you didn't get these. And so if you had only a few graded cards, what I would do, I would find some sort of unused Pelican case foam blocks and just sort of like make my own support mechanisms. But they give you enough here. So you could seemingly have, you know, slabs, you could have top loaders, one touch, right? What have you. And so there is that. And there's that. So, you know, not a bad little case. For sure. You know, I almost wonder if, you know, these contract manufacturers that get these jobs to make these cases for people like Hobby Defense and the like, you know, there's so many generic looking ones on Amazon that look just like these, but they're not labeled. So, you know, they're going out the back door. These off-brand. I wouldn't trust one of those. I mean, I prefer to stick with a known quantity here. So anyhow, thought I'd spend a few minutes talking about this because he's very generous to send this along. Now, it will be a little bit of time before this gets used because the other one has to get filled up first, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, thanks to the folks at Hobby Defense for sending this my way. Definitely appreciate it. My son loves it, but yeah, he doesn't quite have the means to fill it up just yet, but it's only a matter of time. So appreciate you all watching. I'll talk to you later.